So this Roblox YouTuber, ImperfectNORE, was talking very weirdly towards a lot of minors, and then when they came up with the stories and started telling people and spreading awareness about the situation, he completely deflected it, said that it wasn't true, and then made very either racist or inappropriate comments that deflect away from the situation. Instead of just owning up to his mistake, saying I'm sorry, and then not doing it again. Apologize, learn from his mistake. No, he instead just made the situation even worse by making his bad behavior even worse. Which is also such insane work to do when for example, when you have a bunch of people on Twitter. Now, Twitter is such a varied like age group in which people use it that it's not great to even say inappropriate things on Twitter because you don't know who you're talking to. Now, I will say he did try to say that he didn't know that the person was a minor, and to that everyone said, well, that's a load of bull crap because you literally kind of said it before. Now, on top of just being your kind of average Roblox YouTuber of doing horrible things to small children, he tried to push a minor towards killing themselves, and I'm not joking. He was trying to push that minor towards to killing themselves to end their own life, and I don't really know if it worked or not. I think it might have. I'm not exactly sure. But, it's just, you can't do that. It's disgusting. It's extremely morally wrong. And it's just kind of this thing where you realize that fame, puts you in some bad hands. I don't know why so many of these people are becoming, child predators. There was never this much, at least that people could see. But I feel like it's just something that a lot of children need to watch out for more as child predators. That's one thing that all of us need to watch out for more. And it's just on top of that, I don't even need to say anything else because it's just horribly disgusting to, kind of be like that to minors and then push one to kill themselves. That's wrong. You should not ever do that. If you are thinking about that, get help. I will put links in the description. But it's just very unfortunate that we have these, people, these very well-respected content creators, might I add, going and just doing some bad stuff to minors. Nobody wants that. Nobody in their right mind wants to. Nobody in the Roblox Forsaken community wanted him to even do any of those things to minors. And now here's the thing. They all called him out for it, right? As you would do. They all called him out for it. Well, guess what he did? He just made it worse by making even worse inappropriate comments and deflecting the blame from himself completely. I mean, by the time that he was called out for it, he pretty much dug his own grave because the things he was saying were so vile that I can't even repeat them on this video. He said extremely racist things on top of being inappropriate towards kids, which is another thing you shouldn't do, is be racist. And on top of that, he also called minors extremely bad, inappropriate names that should not ever really be repeated. I'm not going to repeat them for your sanity. It just goes to show that, anybody that will have fame or have the power to take control of other people will end up doing it no matter what. And you can be the best person in the world, but I'm telling you that fame, popularity, money, and just power changes people in some of the worst ways that you can ever see. And it's just unfortunate to see that we have so many people like this, because it's just not fair to all the kids in the world and all the people in the world that these people have to be doing these horrible, horrible things. It's just very upsetting to know. It's very upsetting to know that we have these people doing these things. And it's, it's so disgusting. See, the Roblox Forsaken community was, I never really had a problem with it. It's just the problem here is just the fact that he was a very also well-respected composer, might I add, for the Roblox Forsaken community. And then when he got called out, and after he, said all these horrible things, he doubled down on it. Doubled down. This man doubled down, saying that he didn't do anything bad. Are you mentally insane? Of course you did something bad and morally wrong. That's not a question. That's not a question about it. There's no doubt whatsoever. But it's just, you double down on the situation, just like how Roblox doubled down with Schlep. AI generated a whole video to try and deflect the blame or whatever. And then this man just comes around, doubles down on everything he's done. And that's just so wrong that it's not even funny. You go around, you abuse a minor, and then what do you do when they call you out? You're like, yeah, I did that, but I didn't know he was 12. However you want to phrase it. That's what it's kind of coming across as, and that's something that you just shouldn't do no matter what. If you make a mistake, you can't double down on it. You made a mistake, you're not supposed to double down on that entire situation. That's just not how it goes. So I think that was something that this kid didn't really know, and I don't think he knew how to really be a good human anyway when he started abusing minors in the first place. But it's just so insane how we just have people that are just doing disgusting things, doubling down on it. And now he pulled some Miles Morales goofy-off thing where he goes oh, I don't care what anybody says, so I'm free. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I'm like, okay, bro. He over here is trying to do that, and then he doesn't even apologize. The way he ends up apologizing is that he realized that nobody's going to support him in the end, so he writes a half-baked apology and sends it out and is like, oh, just read it before you have an opinion on me. And then so this half-baked apology gets sent across the entire internet to where everybody pretty much sees it and sees that it's not putting any effort in. He's not sincerely sorry for the minors he's traumatized and abused. Predator victims, because he was a predator and there was victims of his attacks, and this puts them in a minority where their story is getting heard. Their trauma is probably either linked to Roblox Forsaken or something of the sort. I don't know. I can't say. I'm not gonna try and put words in their mouth. It's just on top of that, we already had a bunch of drama where Piggy VR, fake cancer, where Nyvalk ended up tried to accuse Steak of being a predator to deflect the blame from himself. And now we have ImperfectNORE, a famous Roblox Forsaken creator, going down with the I'm a abuse minors path. So in the end, I'm very sorry to everyone that's been impacted by ImperfectNORE. I wanted to make this video to spread awareness about the situation and kind of show what it was for how it is. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. As always, I love you. Peace out. Subscribe for another episode of White Boy Rants. And I will see you guys next time. And a Happy New Year to all of you.